Morning, everybody. My name is Jared O'Leary. I've been drumming since 1998, and I still got plenty to work on, especially on the drum kit. Most of my practicing has been on rudimental and concert percussion, and less than 1% has been on drum kit. But today, I'm working out of this book. It's called 50 Ways to Syncopation. It's by Dom Moyo, and inside of it, it's got 50 ways that you can do limb independence with different charts. And the way that I'm working on this is largely based off of Gary Chester's idea of New Breed 1 and New Breed 2 that he outlines in those books. Now, in these practice streams, I'm sharing the raw, unfiltered, here's how I'm practicing to try and improve. This is not me showing off. This is not a cover stream. Think of this kind of like office hours where I'm here getting some stuff done. And if you got questions, you can ask them. Inside of all these 400 plus live streams are timestamps in the description showing what I was practicing or what question I was answering. Because I've been drumming for almost 30 years and because I've taught every grade kindergarten through doctoral student, I will often get people asking questions about how to improve as a drummer or how to improve as an educator, and I will often edit those and put them into this drumming tips playlist. There's over 15 hours of drumming tips and over 100 videos in here. The first thing that I talk about is whatever is the title. So, for example, how to prepare for performance anxiety. And if it says, and other drumming tips, that means there's more topics in there that might not be related to this one. So if you don't like the title, then you might actually enjoy one of the things that is also in there. Just use the timestamps in the description, and it will show you whatever it is that I'm talking about. Now, because I'm not good at limb independence yet, I need to get some motivation here with Shia LaBeouf. Shia, help me out here, please. Make sure it's not going to blast my eardrums out. Yay. I like hearing, turns out. I'd like to keep doing that. Do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream success. Well, you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it. Slightly late. Just do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. Oh, wow, Shia LaBeouf. Thank you so much. I am so motivated now. All right, now that we're in the goofy mindset, this spreadsheet, this keeps track of how I'm doing on all the 50 different ways from Dom's book of how to work on limb independence, as well as some other ways that are some variations or some ones that I came up with. So, for example, a very basic one, ding, 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 and then you play eighth notes on the snare drum. And anything longer than an eighth note, you put on the bass drum. So this particular pattern is pattern number 2 out of Dom's book, and you can see all these different times that I played through it last in the spreadsheet, keeping track of what BPM was I at, what was the quality of the playing, and then how did I feel on this. So on average, column A is saying that when playing this one, I have been technically proficient, meaning I'm able to play the ink on the page. Ideally, I'd take it to the next level, which is making it musical, so adding in different timbres, different textures that are not on the page to make it more musically interesting, etc. So I'm skipping all of the ones in column A that are either technically proficient or musical. What I'm doing in these practice streams is like actually practicing stuff that I'm not good at yet. Why, hello, Swim. So for example, the pattern that I'm going to warm up with is pattern 41.1, which on average, according to column A, I've been playing this as just kind of meh, so it's not good yet. When I finish playing through this, I'm going to stretch and massage, and then I'm going to skip all the ones that sound good again, and I'm going to focus again on the next pattern that is not good yet. So that's the goal for today's particular stream. Now, the last time that I played through this, I played through it at 90, and it was technically proficient, and I was making progress. Let's try it at 90 again. And the way that I'm going to do this is using the free play-alongs that are on my YouTube channel, on the home tab, or in the link that's at the top of every one of the thousands of play-alongs. So on my website, jaredoleary.com/drum, there's 80 chop exercises. In fact, there's like, I think, a dozen more shopping sprees that are coming out in the next month, so stay tuned for that. There's like 29 of them in that particular playlist. So if you're a rudimental drummer like I am, There's 80 exercises here. Keep you busy. There's also over 1,000 grid variations for both triplet and grid. Why, hello. There's the limb independence section. I'll get back to that in a second. There's almost 500 marching bass drum exercises, so focus on the timing stuff and some splits timing. There's also a bunch of drumline cadences. There's almost 400 different technique exercises, so you can work on your stick control. You can work on, I don't know, your dynamic rolls. You can work on different timing exercises, etc. And then down here, there's over 15 hours of drumming tips. These are the scripted lessons, but inside of this playlist, the drumming tips one, this is where you can find over 100 videos and over 15 hours of tips when people have asked me questions during these like practice streams. Now, this limb independence playlist right here, it's actually got the video that's at the very bottom. The video is how to develop limb independence. And this particular video is the second video of every single one of these. And it shows you how you can actually work on your limb independence right here. So if you're interested in learning that, check that out. Because I'm playing at 90, I went into a straight playlist to be able to play through this particular pattern that is up on the screen. So we have 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and hold on one second. My drum kit got moved. My wife was using it yesterday. I mean, technically it's her drum kit. I just borrow it. Mine is off camera over there. Okay, so the pattern is 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and so the hi-hat's on 2 and 4 with the foot, while you're just alternating between the right hand and the right foot, and then you're playing through the charts with the left hand on the snare drum. Okay, so we're gonna do that with one of these charts. I'm gonna just go ahead and go, I don't know, 31 through 35. I clicked on the wrong spot. I clicked on my name rather than the video. That's not the resolution I would like. Thank you, though. Appreciate you. In every single one of these 2,000 plus play-alongs on my channel's home tab, there's timestamps in the description, so you can go one click at a time faster. So if you want to play it at 63, cool, I got you. If you want to play this at 98, cool, I got you. I'm playing it at 90. So we're going to go there. It's going to count off, and then I play along to it. You can't hear the play along because there's like a sync delay, so it's muted on your end, but it's there. At least in my headphones. 2 and a ready and a go, and slightly late on the right foot. I have a tendency of having that left foot on 2 and 4 affecting the right foot a little bit. Tends to come in late, so I'm gonna try and fix that. Now we're using this to warm up, so I need to focus in order to play all of the charts that you're gonna see on the left hand. Hi-hat was early, my bad. On that last measure of the second line. Feels loose. Not sure why. Might need to adjust it. Okay. Yeah. Hold on a second. Ooh, too high. 1, 2, here we go. You have a great song waiting for someone to take? Is someone going to steal it from you? That's cool. I have a great chart that's waiting for someone to take, like me. Chart number 33. We're going to play it. Reading with the left hand. 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Cool, chart number 34. Okay, here we go. You can do it. Gambate. 1, 2. 1, 2. Ready. And. Alright, cool. So this is the last chart. So far it's feeling mostly technically proficient while going through this, which is yay! We're making progress on it. Like, what was it, a month ago when I first started working on this one? I couldn't even play it. Like, just this ostinato. My right's coming in slightly late. 1, 2, here we go. Okay, we did it. We survived. That's a hard one to warm up with. All right, so overall, it was mostly technically proficient going through it. Did not graduate from it, but hey, we're making progress on it. Yay. Okay, so let's stretch and massage. We'll come back to limb independence here in a couple of minutes. So the first one that I'm going to do stretches the sides of my forearms. So I'm going to pull in, push through. There's a video under the home tab of YouTube, under the tips and lessons. And it's called This Hand Routine Saved My Drumming. It's in the drumming lesson playlist. And it shows you better camera angles of this if you're curious about this stretch and some of the other stretches that I'm going to do, as well as some stretches that I'm not going to demonstrate that are in that video. If you do rotary motions like traditional or Stevens grip, got a stretch for you for that, as well as a stretch if you do carriers. This one is stretching the underside of the forearm, not pulling back very hard or anything. I also demonstrated yesterday how you can do it on the wall. The lower you go, the deeper the stretch. So I'm just going to pull them back a little bit, stretches along here. Now I'm going to stretch the top side of the forearm, so you could do it one at a time like this, or if you do it on your legs, then it goes twice as fast. Or you could do it on a table, or on your drum, a large fish, whatever you want. Just ask for permission first if you do it on a large fish. It's important. Consent. Okay, now I'm going to do thumb to thumb. Just getting my hands nice and relaxed. So I'm stretching the fingers. And then next finger. No, and then. And then ASMR, maybe? Ooh, 2 for the price of 1. Wow. Enjoy. Ooh. Even more. And pinkies. Okay, now I'm going to massage the forearm. So I'm doing thumb on top, fingers underneath, working up and down the forearm. I'm going to massage the forearm, the hands, and then the fingers. And then we'll get back into another limb independence pattern that I'm not good at yet. Wait till we get to the last one, though. That one, whew, we're going to spend most of my practice time working on that. It's rough. I can't even play quarter notes with it yet. That's how bad it is. But, you know, we're practicing publicly. So if you want to stay tuned for that, you can. See the struggle. Okay, now I'm going to massage the hands. I'm doing the thumb massaging the palm and then the fingers massaging the back side of the hand. Just working my way around. And there. Okay, now base the tip of each one of the fingers. And this is the last massage. Thank you for the sub. Christopher, if you're here for the drum and stuff, the home tab of YouTube is where you can find literally 2,000 videos. Over 2,000. All organized into different sections. Whether you want to work on your chops, your technique, your limb independence. If you want drumming tips, there's over 15 hours of that. Keep you busy for a while. But thank you for the sub. Okay, so this last one, massage and base the tip of each one of the fingers. Do that like at least twice for each finger. So now we're going to do another limb independence pattern we're not good at yet. So we just did a variation on one of Dom's patterns. So this is 41.1, which means it's a variation of 41. And I'm skipping these ones that sound good, 42, 43, 44, 45. Why? Because if you practice the stuff you're already good at, you don't get better at the stuff you need to get good at. So we're focusing on the ones we're not good at. Like this Samba pattern. So this Samba pattern, last time I played through it, it was just kind of meh. Okay. So the pattern I'm playing, the Samba foot pattern. Boom, chick, boom, boom, chick, boom, boom. Okay, so this is a very basic Samba. Just the feet. A 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 as a knock. But because of this drum trigger, it gives it a rim shot sound. And you know, my scoliosis, I don't really feel like doing this. So I'm just going to play it as a hit. Okay? And I'm going to read through the patterns on the ride cymbal with the right hand. And we're doing it at 160. So I'm going to go back to my home tab of YouTube. And again, this is where you can find all the thousands of free play-alongs. I'm going into the limb independence section right here. And I'm playing this at 160, and it's a straight chart as opposed to a swung chart. So I'm going to go into this one. And I just did charts 31 through 35. So I'm just going to go backwards, like up the charts. So 26 through 30. This just makes it so that I'm actually actively sight reading through all of these, as opposed to like, hey, I've got this whole thing memorized. I want to work on sight reading while I do it. A one, two, ready, and. Such an open samba. And again, do it as like a knock. A one, two, ready, and. One, two, here we go. Now on these like first lines for each one of these charts, you can either improvise like a solo or whatever, or just keep the ostinato going. Read that last measure wrong. I'm so sorry. Christopher is gonna unsubscribe now. Oh no! Oh, 1, 2, thank you for the like. 1, 2, ready, and. Thank you for the sub. If you knew Susie like I knew Susie, then you would like her too, like her too, like her too. If you knew Susie like I knew Susie, then you would like her too, like her too, like her too. Okay. There's a little Easter egg on that last one. For all the rudimental drummers like myself. Alright, cool. So it was mostly technically proficient. Singing kind of messed me up, and then I read a rhythm wrong. I know, I'm so sorry. Now Jim is going to unsubscribe as well. Darn it. Okay, overall though, I'd say it was mostly technically proficient, and I'm making progress on it. Cool. Did not graduate it from yet, so column A did not shift over to technically proficient, which means next time I'll continue to play through it. Now let's go to the next pattern that I'm not good at yet. So now we're going to do number 47. Which I just pasted right above my head. And if you're on the horizontal feed, it's right there. Otherwise, if you're on the vertical feed, it's right here. Okay? So this pattern, Baião pattern, this one is my favorite foot pattern, but I'm not good at the hands with this particular one yet. So this one goes right, left, both, both. Okay, for your feet. Right, left, both, right, left, both, right, left, both, right, left, both. So the original Baião pattern that we played, you play through. And so you keep this ride pattern going. This is part of your ostinato while you read through the charts on the left hand. This one's different, okay? So this one has the feet going, except you're reading the charts on the right hand and you're filling in ghost notes on the left hand. Okay? That's the goal, at least. So, last time I think we played it at 180. Yeah, and it was meh. Darn. No. We must improve. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my home tab. I'm going to scroll down. Past the chop stuff, past the grid stuff, into the limb independent section. But again, if you're a rudimental drummer, focus on the technique stuff. And check out the drumming tips and lessons section. There's 15 hours of content in there, so... you know, keep you busy for a while. I promise I know what I'm talking about, despite practicing stuff I'm not good at yet. Okay, so 180. So I'm going to go into the straight charts. This is another straight pattern. So we're doing 160 to 240. And we just did 26 through 30. So let's go ahead and just go up the charts. Let's do 21 through 25. And wish me luck on that. 180. Every one of these thousands of play-alongs has timestamps, one click at a time. So you can literally go at, like... 58 beats a minute or like 162, whatever you want, okay? Every click at a time, moving up. I almost started with the Samba. Don't do that. Right, left, both. Right, left, both with the feet. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and... What do you know that DCI is over? Rewatch all your favorite lock clips. Just imagine it's still going on. GG's to Boston, by the way. They reminded me in the lot of when I saw 2004 Vanguard when they won high drums. Like, it just was so good. Oops. I read that wrong. I'm so sorry. Okay, so, I don't know what happened on that last chart. Brain. Oh, 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and... What about that 2020? I mean, GG's. I saw there's a clip of the judges tape. I haven't listened to it yet, though. I want to listen to it. I like how in Flow Marching's full video... Hold on. Talking screwed me up, and I couldn't get back on that one. Yeah, so I like how in Flow Marching's like full recording with like the multicam of blue coats, it's like silent for like what 3 minutes. Copyright strike. Nice. Yeah, good. Okay, so when I was focused on the actual playing, it was like actually technically proficient, but because I was talking, it screwed me up. So I'm just gonna say it was meh. But I'm making progress on it. That one is so hard. Like, it just feels so weird. And then, unfortunately, like, the EAD10, like, you can't hear those snare hits that I'm hitting right now on some of them until I get to, like, high taps. So, you can't hear all the snare hits. Okay, well, we'll keep working on that one next time. That's fine. We're making progress on it. Okay, so this one, oh no. Again, we're skipping the ones we're good at, and this one, it kills my foot. It's so much. Why do I do this? Okay, we're gonna play it at 100, which is slow, and you're like, so? There's nothing hard about that. Well, as a rudimental drummer who's attempting to hit the kit, my foot can't keep up. So we're going into limb independence. And I'm going into the swung charts, and I'm going to do it at 100. We just did 21 through 25, so we'll go back up the charts, 16 through 20. Yay! So what am I doing here? Well, as it shows there, and right here, if you're on the horizontal, ding, 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 okay? Okay, yeah, nothing hard about that, right? Your right foot is playing a shuffle the entire time, while reading through the charts on the left hand. And my right foot is like already quivering. It's like, please, Jared, what do I gotta do to make you stop this madness? Okay, 100, here we go. 1, 2, ding-a-ding. 2 college drum line went really well. Everyone's pushing to be great. That's awesome. That's good to hear. So you checking at 2 different college drum lines? Yeah, busy. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. The same college has 2 of them now for the first time? Oh, that's cool. That is a lot of auditions to go through. That's a lot of people to go through. But it's good to have, like, I'm assuming there's, like, an A line and a B line, so that way you can, like, help prepare people to be able to make the main one. actually a couple days ago, maybe it was yesterday, had a stream where I was talking about, somebody was like, how do I like build my high school drum line so it's a bigger program? So like the first thing that I recommended, I think, was to do that. Have a training group where you can have it be like a low stakes, hey, here's where you can learn the basics, here's how you can learn how to hold your sticks, how to hold the drum, maybe even how to move, etc., without worrying about a show or things like that. Just focus on playing the fundamentals, or even doing percussion ensembles. It just makes it so that you can give them a space to just continue to improve. Now you notice that I'm not playing on the first line because my foot gets too tired. Get good, bro. Just playing the quarter notes here is basically a brief respite. We have found the campfire. We're about to get to the next boss fight. That is chart number 19. A 1, 2, a 2, The drumline director casually wrote a DCI little feature for the first movement. That's funny. How many shows do you guys perform? Like completely different shows, like different books too? Ready? And when I was in college drumline, it was like several. Sometimes we had an entire week to learn an entire show. Music and drill, so like we had to tape the music onto our drums so we could like see what we were supposed to play. It was ridiculous. Very different than drum corps. 5 or 6? Yeah. It's so hard when there's like those quick turnarounds. We also had, like, for the first show was usually, like, the harder show because we had more time to prepare for it. So we got some, like, harder breaks and stuff. Oh, okay. My feet are doing a little bit better. We're making progress on it. Yay! Ooh. So, this one, column A is keeping track of the average. So, column A for this one needs a lot of work. But with this being technically proficient, we graduated from it. Yay! High five me. Okay, so that means next time I'm going to skip it because I'm practicing stuff I'm not good at yet. So the next pattern that I'm working on is one that I came up with. It's not in Dom's book. I can't even play it. Like, not at all. I'm gonna paste it here, but I'll actually be right back in like 1 minute. Give me a second. Okay, I need all the coffee for this particular one that we're going to do. Your goal is to do one new show for each game? What are you all, lazy? Come on, you're supposed to do a show every single quarter. Or, you know, if you guys were actually good, then you do a show every single time out, right? Imagine like the marching band's like on the sideline, hey, time out. They just all like rush onto the field and play their show. Okay, all right, so this one I literally can't even do it at all. So I pasted it above if you're here on the vertical, and then if you're on the horizontal, where is it there? So this one I'm going to do at 100. Let me set my metronome to this. So what I'm going to do is actually go back like several steps with how to develop limb independence. Okay, just turn on a metronome for myself. So let me show you where you can find this if you all like actually want to learn how to do this. So if we go here, yeah, like the intermission of like the marching band shows was basically like the football team like doing a play. And it just goes back to, and your next marching band show by the same marching band. Don't worry, they have the music memorized. So in all these limb independence playlists, if you go into any one of these, the second video is like how to develop limb independence right here. So I'm taking multiple steps backward right now in order to be able to like attempt this one that I'm about to do. So we were just doing like step 6 for a lot of these where we're like reading through the charts and whatnot. But what we're going to actually do is go like all the way back to the very beginning where it's just learning how to play the pattern. And the pattern is this. So we have, instead of ding, ding, ding at 100, we're going to play the pattern that we did for the Baião pattern that I mentioned earlier. So the right, left, right, both, and then you have the ostinato on the right hand. That. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and this pattern. Except we're going to make it into triplets. What? Ugh. It's so hard. Snap. Okay, so we're going to do this while reading through the eighth note permutation. So because I can't do this yet. Sorry, I just like started playing in my eardrums. I don't need to hear myself while I'm talking. So I'm going to go into the limb independent stuff, and I'm going to pull up one of these eighth note ones. So I'm going to do, what do I want to do for this one? There's several different permutations in here. Permutation 5 is like a really long one. So I'm debating if I want to do that one. Let's just start with number 1. Oops. Not the straight one. Just in case we happen to get to the point where we actually use the play along. Which probably isn't going to happen today. So this one is like causes my brain to melt so much that I don't even know if I can get to the step where I actually play through this with the play along. So let me turn on my metronome. So what I'm going to do is ding, dee, 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 dee. That's the technical term. This is what my left foot is doing. On the hi-hat. On 2 and 4. This is the first measure of the first line. Okay, now the second measure, I'm gonna try and loop it. Nope, it's supposed to be on the release. Third measure. Okay, fourth measure. How does this go? No. Da 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 da. Oh, okay. Yikes. Ready? No. Ugh. Okay, so it's so weird. So you have da 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 da. It goes into the space here. Da 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 da. Okay, let's try it again. It'll be so cool when I get it. Until then, it's gonna sound terrible. That's okay. Welcome to practicing. Yeah, I need to go into, what is it, the hyperbolic time chamber or whatever? In Dragon Ball Z. Come out 1 minute later. I played this pattern for a year. It's like, okay, so that was the ones. Cool, yay me. Now I'm gonna attempt the twos. Yikes. One bar at a time, that's the goal. For now, at least. Eat that frog. Ugh. Oh no. Huh. Actually, so, because this has, like, it mirrored on, well, it has basically the same thing on both patterns. I don't want to do this yet. I'm going to actually go to pattern number 5, which extends it out even more. So this one is, longer, but it makes it so that it, like, I have to figure out how to play each one of them on their own. I think this would be a better use of my time. So let's just go through the ones really quick, and then I'll try the twos so I can figure out, well, how do these line up? I have to figure out each one of these different permutations with the ones, the twos, eventually the threes, fours, etc. And once I can get through all of this stuff, then I can go to the permutations that I was just working on. And then once I get through that, then I can start going through the charts. And then once I get through that, then I can actually start making more musical. But I'm, like, not there yet. 1 bar at a time, 2 bars at a time, 3, yeah. Don't worry, I know how to practice. I know what I'm doing. I'm just playing something I'm not good at yet. Thank you for the like on the vertical. Oops. Let me do that one again. There we go. No. Wait. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so the 2 pattern. Ready, and... Yeah, drummer. I appreciate you trying to help, but you're a random anonymous dude, and I'm somebody who's been doing this for almost 30 years now. So, like, I promise, I know what I'm doing. I can play over 50 of these different patterns, limb independence-wise, and this is just one that I'm working on. So I know how to practice. Stick around, and I'll show you some tips and whatnot. But I don't need you trying to, like, lecture me about how to do this thing. I promise, I know what I'm doing. I'm just playing something I'm not good at yet. Ohio! I like you. My wife's being a goofball behind the camera. Okay. 2s again. Oh, wait. Da, 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 da. Da. Okay. No, don't. Okay, so it da. So it fills in the gap after that. Interesting. Come on, brain. Okay, that feels more comfortable. For some actual insight, though, you might have different approaches for various drum set techniques. Or I keep an ostinato and then add in the element. Yeah. So this is the steps that I outline in the, like, how to develop limb independence. So it's starting with, like, the most fundamental, the base level. How do you do this? So if I go here, so I mentioned it in this video, the limb independence one, in all these playlists, this one, the very first step is literally just play the ostinato pattern. So the ostinato pattern is just okay. So you're just trying to get that down with the metronome. And then you try and just do something else with the hand that you want to be, quote, independent from everything else. That's step 1. Step 2 is where I'm at right now. So I'm just sitting here and looping through a permutation. In this case, I'm doing permutation number 5. This is the very first one. Do whatever one you want. Any one of these works. So what I'm trying to do is basically associate the timing and figure out how they interlock with the ostinato pattern. So in this instance, I'm playing through the ones, the twos, and I'm trying to figure out, well, where is this in relation to the ostinato pattern? Where is this in relation to the ostinato pattern? And I'm going through every single permutation to be thorough with it. So that way, when I read something like this, a little bit more complicated, then I can go through it. And then once I can like do each measure, then I'll actually do like the whole thing. So I'll just actually hit play on the play along and play through this. Cool. Then once I get that down, then I actually go into the charts and play through here. So in the charts, this is where I might do like a measure, two measures, maybe a whole line, like a whole phrase, and just like get this down. And then once I can like do that with a metronome, then I'll actually turn on the play along and like try and read through the whole thing. So I'm slowly increasing the complexity and the amount that I need to look ahead from what I'm playing, as opposed to just like looping something over and over. And then eventually step 7 is where you can actually jump back and forth between two different patterns and make things more musical. So like add in different accents, add in different timbres, different textures, etc. Etc. There are no accents on the ride. My dude, I literally made this pattern up. I'm like, I am inches away from banning you because you're lecturing me when you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, all right. Goodbye. I just don't have patience for that. I'm here doing like office hours to practice, and the last thing I need is somebody who has no idea what I'm even working on trying to tell me what I'm supposed to do. Thank you for your input. It is invalid. Anyways, so the pattern, step 7 for this is to be able to switch back and forth between multiple different patterns. So for example, I'm doing pattern number 52 right now. So while doing pattern number 52, I might do it for a line, and then I'll switch over to like pattern number 2 for a line. And so being able to jump back and forth between like one line and then into another line, that is like the ultimate goal of being able to just like instantly switch between those while also making them musical. So like at this point, I'm not there yet. Right now, I am barely in the early stages of step 2, where I'm trying to like associate the neural firings of these different patterns with what it is that I'm actually playing. So this one, variation 5, just goes through it a little bit longer than like variations 1 through 4, but they're all like great ways to work on this. So once I get like comfortable with a measure, just sitting here looping this with the metronome, then I just move on to the next one, try and figure out how does this go. And then what I'm going to do is like actually start like playing through the play along, as opposed to right now where I'm just like literally just looping it. Let's start at the top of the 2s again. Okay, so how does this go now? That line of the 2s was a lot better than it was when I first was doing it. Jared's left hand. Tyler, you're funny. Well, I can't ban my left hand. I need to use it. Okay, so this next one. Oh no. It wasn't Tyler. There's 2 names there now. I didn't know my left hand gained sentience and created its own YouTube account. That's kind of cool, actually. No. Okay, so I'm trying to do the second measure of the last line. All right, last line, or rather the last measure. This one is tough. I totally agree with you on it. Let's try it with the actual play along. So let's see if I can just do this first page of it, and if so, whoop, then next time what I'll do is I'll do the next page of it. But this is going to take me probably at least a month or two to like really get this one down. Because what I'm going to eventually do is I got to do this with a foot, and then do short long on the feet. So it'll be, so it's eighth notes on the snare, and then long notes on the bass drum. So that's what I'm striving to do, but right now I'm just trying to get one limb rather than two limbs independent of the ostinato pattern. But, you know, it's not easy. Okay, so let me just click here and I'll reset it to 100. So am I working through every possible combination? Yes, that's the goal. It's a thorough approach, but it makes it so you can read any pattern. Whoops. Thank you for the sub, despite being banned. So maybe working on every possible combination. Yeah. You're trying this out. One of this feeling is incredibly easy. Others are randomly impossible. Yeah, so doing it this way makes it super, super thorough when going through this. So if you go through every possible combination of where the one can sit in whatever ostinato pattern you're working on, it makes it so you can feel the timing for this one. Then if you do it with the twos, every single possible combination of like 2 in a row, and then 3 in a row, and then 4 in a row, etc. So this makes it so that you can figure out, well, how does this fit with any ostinato? This ostinato is way more difficult than it looks. It's deceptively difficult. But if you go through all of these, and then you go through like some of these other variations, like this, or pattern number 2, variation number 2, which looks like this, etc. So all these different variations, then all you're doing is like stringing them together in different combinations inside of a chart. Like if you can play this measure into this measure into this measure, that might be like the first 3 measures of like chart number 20 or something like that. So this approach of going through the permutations just makes it like super easy to prepare yourself to actually read through the charts. But I'm like nowhere near that. It's probably going to take like at least another week or so before I can actually start looking at the charts, maybe even 2 weeks, because of just like how different this pattern is compared to like all the other permutations that I've worked on and all the other limit impedance stuff. So like if it's like a Samba pattern where it's like boom, and we're just playing like this over and over, and all we're doing is like changing something in the right hand, like some of them, we're playing a 1 and 3 and 1 and, or we might play 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and, or something like this, or like I did earlier, etc. Like the foot pattern is something that is like that we can build off of. That is like a comfort zone. But this one, like with a hi-hat on 2 and 4, it doesn't really help me too much. And because this pattern doesn't line up on the beat, it's kind of like a triplet over the 4/4 with it. It's just so foreign compared to all of these other ones. It's just going to take more time, and that's just normal. Like if I was just starting the Baião pattern and had never played right, left, both, then I would not be able to like jump into this. But because I've already played the Baião pattern, like this one is a little bit easier than had I not done that before. Okay, so that was pattern number 52. Let's just do like a quick read of one that I'm already comfortable with. So that way we can end on something that, like, as a review, something that we know how to do. Do I want to do that one? That one might be fun. Sure. Let's do it. Okay, so this one is a polymetric. What is that? So ding, ding, ding. A 1, 2, 3, a 1, 2, 3, a 1, 2, 3, while playing through this. Chick, boom, chick, chick, and we're gonna read through the pattern on the left hand. So I'm gonna go back to my home tab, and I'm gonna go into the swung charts right down here, and go in here. And how fast am I gonna play this? 7, I think. 7 beats a minute. Okay, so last time we did it at 175. Let's try it at 180. Okay, so swung pattern. So I'm gonna go inside of here, swung 160 to 240, and we'll see how this goes at 180. I forget which one I was doing. I don't know. I'll just do the first one, I guess. I don't want to repeat any of the charts that I was doing earlier. Okay, so I'm going to go to the timestamps in the description and click it. And whoop. Play through it, okay? 4/4 in the feet, or in the hands. 3/4 in the feet. Boom, chick, chick, boom, chick, chick, boom, chick, chick, boom, chick, chick. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and... Read that wrong. Thank you. Need all the luck. Cool, so if I do this correctly, chart 3 should line up with the downbeat on the snare drum with the right foot on the bass drum. 2, 1, 2, ready, and... Okay, so this is where we will find out. You don't understand how I can just go through this? Yes, just lots of practice. 1, 2, ready, and hey! We did it! Oh no! I was trying to add in different dynamics, and I added in the ultimate dynamic known as tacit. It's all fun and games until you do it in a pattern of 5 in the bass drum. I mean, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I don't know why, but the drum trigger was not picking up some of that accents and rim shots that I was doing. Like, of all the notes that you'd think it would not be able to figure out, it wasn't the low notes like this. It was actually the big hits that I was doing, and I have no idea why I was doing that. The drum trigger is being ornery this morning, I guess. It's just one of those days. So it was trying to get musical, but it was mostly technically proficient for this one. So I had fun with it though, despite testing out gravity and whatnot. Fret not, friends. Gravity still works, at least around these parts. Maybe where you're at, you're floating in the air right now going, yeah, must be nice. But you're right, it is nice. You try playing grids while counting to arbitrary numbers and that gets fun? Oh. Yikes. On the the marking time, on the downbeat? Are we talking with the accent? Or every 5 notes? Okay, so the play-alongs that are using, if you want to practice your own stuff, on the home tab, there's literally over 2,000 free exercises in here. So the chop stuff, there's 80 chop exercises. There's a dozen more shopping sprees that are coming out in the next month. Every other day. So tomorrow is a spree, 2 days after that, 2 days after that, 2 days after that. So stay tuned. If you're a rudimental drummer, there's some really cool shopping sprees that are coming out in here. Grid variations, there's over 1,000 of those, like what Tyler's mentioning. You can practice along, counting out loud with any of these if you'd like to, if you want to get extra goofy. The limb independent stuff, this is what I was working on today. And again, the second video shows you step-by-step how you can slowly develop limb independence to be able to do a pattern like I was just doing, or something more complicated or something less complicated, whatever you want. The marching bass drum stuff, there's almost 500 of these. The scores, there's several of these. There's also technique exercises, so there's almost 400 of them. So many that you have to click on the header to show all the different play-alongs for the different playlists and whatnot, so check that out. And then drumming tips. Despite the fact that I was just sitting there and working on something that I'm not good at yet for 20, 30 minutes or something, I do know what I'm talking about. And as a fair warning, again, I appreciate when people are trying to help, but when I tell you I don't need your uninformed advice, and then you try and tell me how I'm supposed to play something that I literally made up, it's just wasting my time and everybody else's time. And I get it. I was playing something I'm not good at yet. I understand. I look like a beginner, but I have a video here under the drumming lessons playlist that can help you out. It's called I'm a Pro Drummer, but Practice Like a Beginner. Why? So going into like random people's streams and giving comments on how they're supposed to play some certain way that is in alignment with what you think should happen, and you don't know who that person is, first ask yourself, like, what could you learn from them? Because maybe they've been doing it longer than you, and maybe they have more experience than you and are doing it that way for a specific reason. So instead of going in and like literally lecturing people on stuff that they have created, ask questions, and then you can actually learn from them. For example, that drumming tips playlist has several different, like, or lessons playlist has several different lessons in here, 12 different lessons. But this one has over 100 different drumming tips from when people come in and ask questions because they want to learn from somebody who's been drumming for so long and who has taught every grade, kindergarten through doctoral student. So there's over 15 hours of tips in here that can help you out. And every now and then I get the uninformed lectures from people, and just know you're genuinely wasting your time. Like, I've mentioned Tyler before, and Tyler's mentioned this as well. Like, when people go on to lock clips from like several years ago and like comment on like, oh, you missed this rim shot. Cool. Let me go back in time. Hold on one sec. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Okay, I fixed it. Thank you so much. Like, it's just a waste of everybody's time involved. So don't do that. Just, learn. Don't lecture people, especially as just a random person who has no context for what you're talking about and whatnot. Anyways, I've ranted about it too much. We went a little bit long today. I'm gonna get ready for Dishonored. I'm gonna, I think, finish the DLC today for the first game. So then tomorrow when I get to stream the gaming games, wow. I need more coffee, I think. Tomorrow when I get to the gaming stream, we'll start Dishonored 2. So I think I should be able to finish the DLC today. It'll probably be in about 20 or so minutes because I got to like rearrange my whole everything in order to do that because this drum kit one requires me to move my whole desk. But you're excited because you're a rudimental drummer, or at least attempt to be. You are definitely a rudimental drummer. And yeah, Tyler, since you have the membership, you've already got access to them all, but there's some really cool ones. Check out the Blue Devils B 1998 spree. This one's super cool. So is the Blue Knights 2011 spree. I think you'll like those in particular. They're really interesting. Some cool phrases in there. And then there's like some of the classic ones, like the Vanguard 3 shopping sprees that they had, and then some of the earlier Blue Devils ones. So, anyways, all of these are coming out for free. So fear not. There's over 400 members first videos, but I promise they're all going to be free. These come out, like almost all of them, this month, and then I think 3 more at the start of next month. But anyways, I hope you all have a good rest of your day. I appreciate you all. And yeah, if you enjoy these resources, just use them, share them. And if you don't enjoy these resources, use them and share them with somebody you don't like. Goodbye.